Now I have with me Dr. Tyrone Kellogg. You are beginning your second year here at Dublin High School. And I remember about this time last year we
Yes.
talked, and you was getting ready to begin that first year. And tell me how the first year, before we get to talking about open house and all, how'd that first year go?
You know, coming in as a new principal, I think the faculty here, I just thank them so much for helping my first year go well. The students bought into what we were trying to do, and we're beginning to establish that family environment that you need in your school building to help things run smoothly each and every day. So, you know, with the help of our kids and our faculty, you know, it wound up being a pretty good year.
And we have so many good things going on here at Dublin High School. I was just thinking, not only I'm looking at the football shirt, which everybody loves football, but
Yeah.
one of the good, to me, the shining stars is the International Baccalaureate.
Right.
Talk about that.
Well, you know, our International Baccalaureate program is you know, a world-renowned program that works kids and pushes them to the peak of being the best that they can be. It brings out the best of them and it enables them to be competitive throughout the world. You know, the program itself is we have great teachers in that program. Dr. Thornton is the IB coordinator, and they put a lot of effort in making sure that our students can compete globally within those programs, and that they're getting the best education they can, so that when they step outside these doors, you know you have a kid that's been exposed to the IB program and has learned a lot within that program.
It's affected so many kids already. And ROTC is something that most people envy Dublin High School about. Isn't it
Right.
great when you came here to know that we have an ROTC program?
I'm alumnus of ROTC program. I entered ROTC in college, and I actually had an opportunity to serve at the United States Army as an officer because of the ROTC program. So I'm very aware of what the ROTC program can do for our kids, what it does for our kids, that from a discipline standpoint, from just a skill standpoint, and to have that program here at our school and have our kids have access to that program, to get them a leg up going into the military, is such an advantage for our kids.
Mm-hmm. And we're out here in the Commons area, I guess is what I call this area of Dublin High School. But during the year, your first year, I understand you spent a lot of time right out here. What's all that about?
Well, you know, if I stay back over in my office, I don't get to see a lot. So we put a table out here in the middle of the rotunda. We can see down every hall. What that does is when kids want to go to the restroom or something, they know that we're out here, so they better not go. We can see what's going on, who's in the hall too much, and it allows us to sit here and meet, get done what we need to get done, but also be able to monitor the halls and guide the traffic that comes through the hall as we sit here and monitor what's going on.
Where'd that idea come from?
Where's the idea come from?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's just back over in my office. My office is one of the first rooms you get to when you come in this building. If you stay up there, you won't see
That's
any
right.
part
And you're
of the
back
school.
in that corner there.
Right,
so.
I'm back in the corner. So you could be up there. There are a couple of days that I had to be up there during the school year, and kids will actually ask me, well, you know, where you here today? You know, because I didn't get a chance to come out of the office, and I think Dr. Williams has also, when he was a principal, he had a table out in the rotunda over at the middle school, which enabled him to be able to monitor the halls and just be visible to the kids. So when the bell rings, they already know they out there. So they know we're waiting. And I think it gives kids a feeling of security, knowing that, you know, we're going to see our administrators every day. They're going to be in the halls, and they're going to be out. They're going to talk with us. They're human beings. They listen to our issues. They can laugh with us, and they're real people. You know.
And you're one of their biggest cheerleaders.
Yes.
I mean, I saw that last year. You do so many other things, more than we can talk about right now on this show, but you are their number one cheerleader, aren't you?
Yes, I try to support our kids. You know, the one thing that they have to realize is that the things that we're asking them to do here at Dublin High School, that we believe in what they're doing and we believe in them. And our support, my support, is very important to them, so that they know that he's watching. You know, he's concerned with more than just if I come up there for something that I didn't have any business doing. But he's here, he's supporting me, he's clapping for me, he's cheering for me, and that's important. And as a faculty as a whole, you know, we try to do a lot of things like tailgate and have nights that we require the faculty to come to the game to tailgate and come to the game to support the kids, because that does a lot for our kids to be able to come back that next day and say, hey, I saw you at the game. You know, that's an important side of building relationships with our kids, and that's what we talk about all the time, all last year, all this year, is building relationships. And one of the tag words that we'll talk about this year is just mind shift, and everybody having a mind shift and not going back into this next year with things that held us back last year, and getting to the yes, like Dr. Williams said, get to the yes in every situation that we can help our kids, and know that our purpose for being in the school building is to help kids. It's all about kids, and anytime we come out here for anything other than that, then you know, it's time to get a CDL or drive trucks or do something else, you know.
Amen, brother.
You know.
And you are a man after my own heart. I'm going to have to tell you on the air. I'm going to put him on the spot here, but you don't mind firing that grill up.
No. Well, what I can say is, you know, when you grill food, most people, it's good any way you get it. Right. So, but we try to do a lot of things to show our teachers that we appreciate them, show our kids that we appreciate them, and you know, one of the least expensive things you can do is get some hot dogs, put them on the grill, and give them to your kids and say, hey, we appreciate you. And they appreciate that. I had some this summer already. Chili's were saying we hadn't got our hot dogs yet, so they're trying to get me on the grill already. So, and
the fellowship and the camaraderie that goes anytime we break bread together.
Right.
It don't matter if it's at church or school or family reunions, but something about breaking bread together, it puts us on a different level.
Right, it does, and just to be there with the kids and like a simple things, eating a hot dog with them and sharing, sitting there and laughing and talking with them, and knowing that, you know, they did that for us, and it's something simple that you can do. But, you know, a lot of times it could go undone. But some of the simple things that we can do to just let our kids see, hey, I care about you, I love you. And when you say that, we say that every morning on the intercom, you know, we love you. And when you have actions that support your words, then it's easy for them to start falling into the fold and doing what you ask them to do, because they know you mean what you say and you show it.
And that's one of those life lessons that even employers watching us right now, you know, everybody needs a paycheck, don't get me wrong, but that simple thank you, I love you, I appreciate you, and not taking away from, you got to have money to pay your bills, but just knowing that you're appreciated. That means so much.
It does, and I'll be the first to say, this year I went in and I love kids. I love kids, and my mentor told me, he said, you know, you have to love adults just as much as you love kids, and some of my teachers would tell me that. So this year I'm gonna make a concerted effort to make sure that my teachers know, even though we do a lot for them and show them a lot of appreciation, but just more conversations and just more time with them, talking about things that doesn't have to do with the subject that they're teaching or the kids that they're teaching, but what about you? How are you okay? How's your family doing? And because a happy teacher makes a happy classroom, and then that makes a happy student, and then that makes a great school, and that's what we're trying to get to.
Yeah, we're well on the way. One of the places I see you the happiest is when I'm watching you from on top of the press box as you enter the Shamrock Bowl. Now, that's a good feeling, isn't it?
It's a good feeling.
See how he smiles when I ask that question there?
You know, it's a good feeling because I know every night we go out at Dublin High School, you know, I think we were 6-4 last year, but we were in every single ball game, and our kids fought to the end, and to see those guys out there fighting for you and trying to carry on the Dublin Irish spirit of winning, and being on that sideline and them seeing me right there supporting them and cheering them on and talking to the officials, and it gives me a part of that coaching side of me to still feel like I'm a part. And so it's a part of me. It's what I love doing. And on those nights in that basketball games and other sporting events, it allows me to be 2-1. And so that's a great feeling for me.
Okay, we got schools here. I mean,
Right.
we are starting a school just in a few days. And tell me about open house. When is it, and what can the parents expect?
Open house is going to be August 3rd, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. We are working hard to have I'm sorry, schedules.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Schedules and all that ready for parents. We're trying to come up with a list of report card dates. We'll have a parent academy. We'll have parent night. We want to have all those dates ready for those parents, so when they come in, we can give them those dates, because a lot of times what we started this year was not even giving the report card to the kid. The parents had to come pick the report cards up. So now we know that they see what's going on in that classroom with their kid. And so we want to get all those dates available for the parents so they'll know, and they can post that calendar up and say, you got a report card today, because it says on the calendar right here, report cards came out today. So the kid can't go home and say, well, no, I didn't get a report card. So we want to try to have those things ready for them and just allow them to come in and see the building, to see the clean facilities and the great facilities that we have here at Dublin High School, and the halls that they go up and down each and every day, and to meet the outstanding teachers that's dealing and working with your kids, your child every single day, and just make this place feel inviting to them. And one of the things that we're trying to do is really dive into the community and get our parents involved in so many ways. There's a couple of nights we're going to invite parents out, and we're going to cook dinner. We're going to try to run buses, and we're going to try to have babysitters so we can take out any excuse you could have for not showing up for parent night. We're going to try to take all those. We're going to feed you. We're going to babysit. We're going to transportation.
You get me excited.
So we're going to do everything we can to try to get more parents involved in the school, because we want them here. Because when that kid sees that my parent and the school is on the same page about my education and both of them care, then that motivates that kid to do well. And so we're going to try to really get better from that standpoint of trying to get our parents involved in everything that we do here, and let them know that when you come here, this is a family environment. It's not you coming out and we're sitting on the other side of the desk making some decision that you don't have any say-so about. You have a say-so here at Dublin High School, and we want to sit together and come up with the best plan for every child, because, like we talk about at the board meeting, at the board office, and at the principal's meeting all the time, all kids will succeed here.
Amen.
All kids, So that's what we're striving for.
That's a great goal. Now tell me, I saw some of the kids' report cards last year, and I heard a lot of parents' comments about you taking the time to make comments on report cards. And it may have been a negative comment, might have been a positive comment, might have been a comment of encouragement.
Right.
But there's over 600 students here.
Right.
I mean, how in the world do you do that, or why do you take the time to do that?
Well, I take the time to do that because throughout the day, I'm not gonna know all 600 kids in this building, and I may not get to see each one of them and talk to each one of them about their grades. But if I take the time to look at their report card and make comments, make encouraging remarks, tell them I'm proud of them, tell them, hey, we can do better than this. Those kids come to you, and they'll show you. You told me I need to get these 2 grades up. I got these 2 grades up. And they know that, hey, he cared enough to look at my report card.
Yes.
Not an overall blanket statement that was typed on there, but take time out to and it takes a couple of days, but our kids are worth it. And that little bit can inspire kids to do better, to know that I'm going to have a comment on my report card, and I want it to be a good one. Yeah. And if that's a little thing that we can do to make a change in our kids, then it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah. And I'm hearing everything you talk about, and the same thing last year. It's not the big things. It's them little things.
It's the little thing. It's the little things that if we take care of the little things, the big things will be taken care of. And the little things about building relationships. You can know all the math, you can know all the science, you can have all the discipline plans, you can have all those things. But if you do not have relationships with kids, it's a tough road. And our thing is building relationship with kids and building relationships with adults, so everybody here feels important. And that's one of the biggest things that human beings need is that need to feel important, to feel needed, and regardless of how much we say we don't really need that, that's important to us, and our kids, sometimes some of them may not get that, and I tell our teachers we're the last line of defense, and so when some of these kids leave here, what happens to them after here is what we actually put into them. And so we have to know that we've been charged with a task, and not by Dr. Williams. You know, it's much higher than Dr. Williams, and we have to hold that charge because these kids are the most important thing to the man upstairs, and we've been charged with that, and I take that charge very seriously, and our educators take that charge very seriously, and should take it very seriously, because we're the hope, and that's what we're supposed to bring. When we step in this building every day, we're supposed to bring hope, and we don't clock in for a check. We clock in to change lives, and that's an awesome opportunity that you get every day to wake up and come out here every day for the opportunity to change your life and to give back, because we're going to be okay. And if not, he's blessed us with the 40, 50 years that we've had.
Yes.
But these kids are 15, 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
And we have to give. And a lot of times when God gives to us, our job is to give that and to help someone else. And I think sometimes we get caught up in just, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do for me and for him, but our job is to be, I guess, and I don't want to get, on a preaching mode, but, that's what it's all about. It's about bringing people into the fold in more ways than one. Yeah. And that's our job. And as educators, we have to find that niche for every child that we come in contact with, to have that special relationship that can get them to the next level.
Yeah, and every student at every school, everywhere we go, is important, and it should be important to us. And and I like you preaching, Mo, because Jesus Christ said, "What do you do to the least of us? You done to me."
Right. We did a leadership retreat last Thursday and Friday, and it's a UNICEF video, and that they show a little girl. It's a little girl, she's an actress, and it's in Russia, and they dressed her up and they placed her out on the streets, and she was dressed up real nice, and people just stopped and talked to her and said nice things to her, and then they brought her back the next day, and they had her dressed all filthy and dirty, and people walked by her, didn't pay any attention to her, and that really sets home, because it's every one of them that counts, not the ones that look like they belong to somebody, but every last one of them, because every one of them belong to somebody. And it's our job to take them in the fold, like I said, do the best we can do to give them the best opportunity at life, because the situations that we take care of in this building lessen some of the situations that we have to deal with out in the streets.
Yes.
So
that's an understatement, no doubt. Okay, open house, August 3rd. 3 to 5, right?
3 to 5.
3 to 5. And if you didn't get anything else out of our conversation today with Dr. Kellogg, make a difference today in the life of a child. Yes. Dr. Kellogg, your second year, we appreciate what you do for our students here at Dublin High School and throughout our community. And on behalf of the community and the TV station, we love you too. So it's not just a one-way street. So, but you always take time to talk with me, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. And thank you for joining us today.